Justin, thank you for coming back on the show with us today.
It's been so long, and may the fourth be with you, my friend.
Yes, may the 4th be with everybody, and welcome to the Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming. And today we're doing something really, really fun.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Day, so of course we have to go and fit the theme of what today is and give you something that has to do with one of the biggest franchises ever, right?
Not today. We've done that before. We've done a Star Wars themed episode in the past.
Yes, of course. So what are we talking about today, Rob?
So my mum has gone away travelling and she's gone to Australia, and it gave me the perfect idea to talk about our favourite Australian actors and actresses. Because honestly, some of my favourite actors and actresses come from Australia.
I gotta be honest, so do mine. Yeah, some of my top favorites of all time are Australian from down under.
From down under. Have you ever been to Australia before?
No, but it is it is one of the places I do want to go. I think an Outback would be awesome. Like going on one of those, one of those Outbacks would be so much fun.
Yes. Yes. And if any flat earthers are watching, it exists. Get over it.
Exactly.
Right, so for me, I've chosen an actress for all my picks.
Okay, so you want to kick us off?
Yes, because my two picks for my number 5 are both from the same franchise.
Oh,
They're
okay.
both kind of character actor and actresses. Like you don't know their name. They're not highly prolific, but they have appeared in a lot of movies. And they are two of the stars from Lord of the Rings. Elrond's Hugo Weaving and Eowyn's Miranda Otto.
Hmm. Okay. I don't. Who's the second one now?
Miranda Otto.
Miranda Rotto.
Yes, she was in Talk to Me from last year.
How do you spell her last name?
OTTO. She was also in What Lies Beneath.
Miranda Otto.
Yes, you'll probably know her face when you see it.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. She's from Brisbane.
Yes.
And Hugo. Yeah. All right. Talk to me about it.
So Hugo Weaving has played some quite iconic characters as well as Elrond in Lord of the Rings. He's also V in V for Vendetta. He's also Agent Smith from The Matrix. He's also the Red Skull in Captain America. And he's also the dad in Hacksaw Ridge.
Yes. I like Hugo Weaving. I think he probably burst out onto the scene during the Matrix movies, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's where everyone first saw Mr. Anderson, and
Yes.
really he became a household name.
Yes. He's also the voice of Megatron in the Transformers movies as well.
Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, he just recently was in the Royal Hotel from last year from the director who I enjoy. Nope. Kitty Green. What did she do?
I've never heard of Kitty Green.
I know. Oh, she did The Assistant, which I also enjoyed.
Nice. And his niece Samara is also an honourable mention for me as well.
Oh yeah, Samara Weaving's great. I would have to say the Matrix movies are my favorites out of yeah, I really do enjoy Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
He was also in Cloud Atlas and Happy Feet 2, The Wolfman,
The
Happy Feet
Wolfman is
1.
probably the worst film he's been in.
Well, that's interesting that you bring that up because over on Rotten Tomatoes, Hugo Weaving's highest rated movie is The Interview from 1998 at 100%. Meanwhile, his lowest rated movie is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen with 20%.
Yeah, that's one of my least favorite films as well.
Ooh, wee. But yeah, so he's got some good ones in there. I mean, Return of the King is one of the highest, biggest movies out there. He was also in Babe. He voiced Rex.
Yes.
Nice. That was 97%. So another big movie for him there. Okay, now talk to us about Miranda Otto.
So Miranda Otto plays my favourite female character in Lord of the Rings because she's the badass woman warrior type. And that character has inspired a lot of women characters, obviously because the book was written in the 50s, so there'll probably be no Lara Croft or Ripley without Elwyn. And because of her performance in Lord of the Rings, I feel like she gets overlooked by all the other big names in the movies. One of her co-stars is also an honorable mention, is also on the list as well. But besides that, she normally plays like small character roles. Like she plays one of the wives of the soldiers in the Thin Red Line. She's in What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford. She's also in War of the Worlds. So she plays Tom Cruise's ex-wife.
Yes.
And obviously, she's kind of turned, obviously, with her roles in Annabelle and Talk to Me, she's kind of gone down a horror route, and she'll be narrating the new Lord of the Rings animated film.
Oh, very nice.
But I think modern audience will know her from a TV series called The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Okay. Yeah, she definitely works a lot. But she is just one of those people who, where you see her face, you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. She was also in Annabelle Creation,
Yes.
Flight of the Phoenix. She was also in Downhill, which is the American version of
Of Force Majeure.
Force Majeure.
I can't see a remake of that working.
Yeah, even with Will Ferrell and
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Julia, yes. Okay, so for Miss Miranda Otto over on IMDb, in 2004, she came out with a movie called In My Father's Den. That's rated 100%. And her lowest ranked at 5% is I, Frankenstein.
I've had no intention of watching that.
That's
Movies from the Dark Knight.
yeah, but why can't I think of
Aaron
his name?
Eckhart.
Aaron Eckhart, yes, who just came out with the movie this weekend. All right. My number 5. Very interesting that you were to bring up the movie franchise Lord of the Rings and have them come in at both of your 5, because my number 5 also is in the Lord of the Ring franchise. She is an Academy Award winning actress 2 times over. She is the very beautiful and very talented from Melbourne, Australia. It's Miss Cate Blanchett,
who is on my list.
So we'll talk about her later then.
Yes.
All right. Tell me about your next 2.
So my number 4, it's probably the most unconventional pairing because I can't really connect them two, but one is a big franchise lead who I just find quite charming, and the other one is an actress who is overdue a second nomination. Mr. Chris Hemsworth and Miss Toni Collette.
Ooh-wee. Well, Toni Collette is my number 4 as well.
Brilliant.
All right, but let's talk about Hemsworth first. Go
Yes,
ahead.
so he broke out with a really tiny movie called Four, and since that movie came out, he has kind of risen star. I don't know whether you've heard of these two shows in Australia, but most of these actors get their big break from either Home and Away or Neighbours, and he was in Home and Away.
Okay. Have not heard. Do not know about those shows.
But yeah, most Australian actors get their big break playing this. But with Chris Hemsworth, he has not only has he also have like all the Marvel movies, but there are some of the independent the little small movies he does that also are quite fun and entertaining. Like I didn't mind the Red Dawn remake. Cabin in the Woods was fantastic. Rush is a masterpiece. I wasn't big on Black Hat. 12 Strong was all right. I've been meaning to watch Bad Times at the El Royale. I think that'll be my favorite of his outside Marvel. I didn't like Men in Black International, but I don't think it was his fault. I'm one of the only people that finds Extraction a little bit overrated, so I didn't really like grasp me. But one film I did love him in was Spiderhead,
Not I.
which I know Justin isn't big on.
I never saw Extraction 2. Is that true?
No, I didn't fancy it.
Well, I like Extraction for the car chase scenes. Really, really good. He also was George Kirk in Star Trek. That was like his first ever American big role.
Yep.
He did a little fun cameo, comedy cameo in Vacation, which was the
Yes.
sort of continuation of the Vacation movies. I was really looking forward to In the Heart of the Sea, but that didn't do well. Also, he's did the Huntsman Winter's War, which is a part of that little franchise,
Yes. Yeah. The only
and
film
then Ghostbusters.
outside the MCU that has success for him is Rush.
Yeah, Rush is very, very good. I mean, his acting's great. We got the Best Supporting Actor nomination for that movie.
Yes.
It is he has a huge career, and he's going to continue that because he has a big movie coming out this month.
Furiosa.
That's right. Also, I believe he's voicing in the Transformer movie one, maybe.
Yes. Yes. He's taking over from Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime.
Oh boy! So we
That's
will see what happens
that's
there.
going to be a big risk for him. Did you see 12 Strong?
I did. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I like 12 Strong. He was a soldier on a
Yes.
horse. Also born in Melbourne, Australia. His top movie, never even heard of this, over on IMDb or on Rotten Tomatoes is called Andy Irons' Kiss by God. It's about a three-time world champion surfer, Andy Irons, who has bipolar disorder. So maybe he did the narration for it. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Whereas the lowest movie, do you want to guess? 15%?
Black Hat.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. I didn't mind that.
Yeah,
I
Black
didn't.
Hat is at 33%.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
Funny thing. And before he became four, he was on the Australian version of Dancing with the Stars.
dancing or being a host?
He was one of the contestants in
Oh,
2006.
awesome. I'd like to see that.
Yes.
Hilarious. All right. Do you mind if I talk about Jordan and my both number 4?
Yes. Talk to me about Tony. I want to talk all about Tony right now.
Yeah. So as we all know, I said that my number 5 was it was Kate Blanchett, and she's a 2-time Academy Award winner, a very, very much known for her acting. And why would Toni Collette be a little bit ahead of her? I I feel like she has more to do with less opportunity. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sure they go, let's get Kate, and if Kate won't do it, let's ask Tony. And
They were
but
both in Nightmare Alley, for the record.
yes, which is one of my favorite movies of that year, and also just in the top of probably like 25 or 30. I really enjoyed that movie a lot. But she not only can do horror and drama, but she does comedy really well. Suspense. I think she over like Kate Blanchett. You want to look at her and go, "Oh, she's a great comedic actress." But Tony, you can say she's has great comedic acting in her. Just most recently last year, Mafia Mama didn't do well, but was a comedy. Um,
Sounds like something that should be straight to Netflix.
yeah, I believe it was not though. um, I just think she has a harder time at doing so well than Kate, but she is very very good at what she does. She's been in big movies, that made her who she is today. Muriel's Wedding. She was in
Great
Emma,
movie.
um, the one that probably gave her all the accolades and let everyone else know who she was. Sixth Sense.
Yes. About
She
a
was in
Boy is one of my favorite of hers.
About a Boy. Yeah, I like The Hours.
Yeah, it
Nicole
was just
Kidman,
incredible.
Meryl Streep, one of the biggest casts out there.
But
And
one of my
then
favorite performances of hers is Little Miss Sunshine.
and then that's got to be her biggest and best performance, right? I mean, she's that movie was huge. It made a lot of people famous and showed some acting chops. Even though it's a dramatic sort of film, has some dramatic tendencies. It's a great comedy, and she does well with that and going toe to toe with Steve Carell. I believe she also went mega star after Hereditary.
Yes, that's probably one of her best. I
Yeah,
also
where
like
people think that she should have been nominated for best
He should
actress.
have been. And I also like Knives Out and Nightmare Alley. I'm thinking of Ending Things was a weird one. I'd like to revisit that one day.
Yeah, maybe. But
Premium
I agree. Nightmare
Felt
Alley.
Dream Horse. But the last movie she was in was the worst movie of last year. Reedy Gilman, Teenage Kraken.
She voiced Agatha Gilman, the mom, and yeah, I mean it's not her fault. She did a great
No,
job.
I feel bad for her, Coleman Domingo, and Jane Fonda for having to voice in that film.
Yeah, but they were thinking it was probably going to be a big franchise and spawn more movies. So why not jump onto something?
Yeah,
Um, she does have one Academy Award nomination for The Sixth Sense for supporting actress.
she should have at least 5.
Yeah, and should have been nominated for Hereditary.
And Little
Un,
Miss Sunshine.
well, yes, and Little Miss Sunshine is true. Uh, all right, over on Rotten Tomatoes, her worst movie is at 11%. It just came out in I missed it. 2018. It's called Birthmarked.
Birthmark.
Also has Matthew Good in it. Um, but it's in 1977. Two respected scientists quit their jobs to conduct an experiment about human identity. They also try to raise 3 children, but yeah, 58% from the audience though. So I guess the audience enjoyed it. And then the best movie, do you want to guess? At 97%,
Is it Hereditary?
Knives Out.
Nice. Oh, I forgot I missed one film of hers, which I love. Krampus.
Krampus, yes.
If somebody
She was
annoys
also
you,
in Triple X Return of Xander Cage.
somebody annoys you around the Christmas holidays, just watch Krampus and think, oh, they have it worse.
Yeah. Um, but she is from Blacktown, South Wales, Australia. And our number 4, Toni Collette.
Yes. A great number 4.
Yes. All right, hit us with number 3.
All right, my number 3 are very connected because even though they are Australian, they weren't born in Australia. They have just grown up in Australia all their lives.
Same with Hugo.
Same with Hugo, yes. One is one of my favorite male actors, and the other one is kind of. She's always been there. I know every time she's in a movie, it's more than likely going to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, my number 3 picks are Russell Crowe and Nicole Kidman.
All right, we'll talk about Russell because Nicole's a little bit higher on mine.
Okay, so yes, originally from New Zealand, but he's lived in Australia all his life. I think he has nationality both there and New Zealand.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so talk to us about Russell.
Yes, so obviously, I mean, what's there to say? He's known by everybody for his great acting, but off-screen bizarre antics.
Yeah. And new movie choices.
And the movie choices where he often plays characters with weird accents.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know his breakthrough movie was Romper Stomper, which I still haven't seen yet. But I think his 2 breakout movies into the US were Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead and the always fantastic Alley Confidential. And in the year 2000, he starred in one of the greatest movies of all time, Gladiator, and he's just became a big household success since, making movies like A Beautiful Mind, Master and Commander. I need to see Cinderella Man. American Gangster. Need to see 310 to Yuma. I've seen Body of Lies. I didn't like his Robin Hood movie.
Yeah.
And I'm in a minority who thinks that he actually suited the character he played in Les Miserables, just not the musical version. He's Superman. He's also Superman's dad. He's also been Noah. He teamed up with Ryan Gosling in The Nice Guys. He's been Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's done a couple of under-budget Australian movies as well. He was Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder. He helped Zac Efron with The Greatest Spear Run Ever. And he also played a priest and did an exorcism in The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, and just this year came out with a movie. He's in a movie called Land of Bad, and then also Sleeping Dogs. And if you haven't heard of those movies, it's because Russell Crowe is now doing these things. He's doing, stuff like Nicolas Cage, where he pops out a movie and you can't even believe that, like normally you would hear about it. It's like a Russell Crowe movie. He's one of the biggest actors out there and well known. And this doesn't prove it when he's in a movie called Sleeping Dogs and Land of Bad that nobody's heard of it.
And Sleeping Dogs is not based on the game.
Okay.
Oh, Karen Gillan.
But yeah, he won the one Oscar.
Yes, he's only won for Gladiator.
Yes.
And he'll be in another Marvel film this year, Kraven the Hunter, and another exorcism movie called The Exorcism.
I actually really enjoyed him in Thor: Love and Thunder. I thought he did a really good job.
He did. It was just a rest movie.
One of my favorites, though, that he's in is The Nice Guys. I love The Nice Guys.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And I would have to say 310 to Yuma is probably up there as well.
Sweet.
Over on Rotten Tomatoes, haven't even heard of this movie, but at 100%, The Ghost of Richard Harris. It's the story of a once famous actor, poet, lover, and singer. Lover. whose prodigious career was overshadowed by a reputation of drinking and riotous behavior, earning him the epithet of Hellraiser. So Russell Crowe probably learned from this guy, Richard Harris.
He was in Gladiator with him.
Oh, there you go. And then in the same year, his lowest rated film is Poker Face. Did you see that?
I did not.
Nobody did. As Kenny Rogers told us, you've got to know when to fold 'em. And that should have been the warning to Russell Crowe.
Yes.
When he got the script for Poker Face. That's hilarious.
Hey, I remember that movie he did a few years ago where he gained loads of weight.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Oh, right. So that was a COVID movie and was one of the biggest movies of that year because it was one of the only movies that was out in theaters. And actually, it was out in theaters for like 2 months and in the top 5. And a movie like that would never last 2 weeks now.
And I bet people just went to see it because they just thought, oh, Russell Crowe, let's go and watch it.
And it was one of the only movies to see.
Exactly.
That and Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet sounded better.
Yeah, it was better. All right. Are you ready for my number 3?
Yes.
Okay. A little problematic. And if you had asked me in like the year 2000, if we did this list, this person would have been at my probably number 1. But he also has a little bit of a backstory, a wrong sort of living style. Same as you, he was born in a different place than Australia, but that's where he found his fame and lived most of his sort of beginning career. And it's Mr. Mel Gibson from New York.
But has lived in Australia most of his life.
Yes, and that's where he found his fame and then came back to us. Unfortunately, he is sort of one of those not really canceled characters.
I don't like the comments he has made in the past.
Yeah, can't really stand behind him anymore. But there was a point where he was the biggest actor ever, but also in my mind the best. I thought he was one of the best out there. He just always delivered. The Lethal Weapon, my favorite series ever.
He did ruin the Scottish accent.
Yeah. Of course, he did really well and got a lot of acclaim for Braveheart. But the Mad Max series really pushed him over to, where we see him now. And then I think right after that after Mad Max with the Lethal Weapon series, he really, kind of came into his own. Air America, I loved. Also, Forever Young. Maverick was big for me. He was the voice of John Smith in Pocahontas.
And one of my favorite actors does a voice in that movie, Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Christian Bale's one of my all-times now. Ransom and Payback were sort of like these little thrillers.
I've always wanted to see Ransom.
Yeah, it's not bad. One of my favorite war movies, The Patriot. Very much enjoy.
He also did one of my favorite animated films, Chicken Run.
Yes, did not come back for the sequel. Took his turn at first he teamed up with one of the greatest team ups ever, Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts in Conspiracy Theory. But he teamed up with Helen Hunt in What Women Want to give his go at a
I prefer the woman version, What Men Want.
with Taraji P.
Yes.
Big in Signs. That was a big movie for him.
Yes.
And then that's sort of where he went the wrong routes.
It sounds like he's doing exactly what Russell Crowe is doing and just making low budget stuff now.
Yeah, that's true. I did enjoy Get the Gringo with him. And I thought he was good in Boss Level from a few years ago. Fat Man, he did really well as playing Chris Kringle. But besides that, I don't think we've seen anything good come out of
His
him.
Father Stew not that good.
No, I did not like Father Stew.
He's he's directed some good movies. Although The Passion of Christ is controversial, I think it is a interesting watch.
Yep.
And yeah, Hacksaw Ridge is a masterpiece.
Love Hacksaw Ridge. He also did Apocalypto and, of course, Braveheart.
He's
Yeah.
he's doing another Christ movie and a movie with Mark Wahlberg called Flight Risk. Those are his next two big directing projects.
Good. He is the two-time Oscar winner for Best Picture, for Best Director for Braveheart, and he was the director for Hacksaw Ridge.
Nice, and I like
Mel
the
Gibson,
Simpsons
you
episode
have
he's in as well.
yes, he has done us wrong, but yeah.
It's an art the artist scenario.
It doesn't really show his lowest rated. Let's see if I can find it. 13% with Air America, and then his top rated at 97%. Tell me what it is.
Is it Hacksaw Ridge?
It's Chicken Run.
Nice, even better.
Even better. All right, my number 3, Mel Gibson.
Nice. Like I said, I think what the comments he made were very wrong about a certain ethnic group, but he is a good actor and director.
Yes.
Yes, my two aren't as controversial.
Okay, good.
Yes. So you ready to hear my pairing for two?
Yes.
All right. So these two are probably the biggest movie stars coming out of Australia. One has played the same character for 20 years and he's returning as a character next year. The woman is making franchise after franchise and she just keeps making hits. These are Hugh Jackman and Margot Robbie.
All right. Hugh Jackman is my number 2. So let's talk Margot Robbie first.
Yes, Margot Robbie has been one of my favorite actresses since I saw her in The Wolf of Wall Street.
From Dalby, Queensland, Australia.
Yes, and I don't think I've seen her play an Australian yet. She's always playing New Yorkers.
Yes.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Barbie with her in. Her small role in Asteroid City was good. Amsterdam was a bit hit or miss, but the her performance was fantastic. In all 3 times as Harley Quinn, she's killed it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, she killed it. Bombshell, she killed it. I've always wanted to see Terminal. But her 2 best performances in my head are I, Tonya and Babylon.
Yes.
Yes, and she was in that Neighbours show.
Same one as Chris Hemsworth?
No, the other one.
No. Okay.
And she's also in a show called Pan Am.
Well, yeah, that was based off of the airplane company.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't really care for The Wolf of Wall Street too much, but she was in Focus as a smoking hottie. She was also in The Legend of Tarzan. She played Jane. She was the voice of Flopsy, the narrator, and Peter Rabbit. She was also in Goodbye, Christopher Robin. She was in a lot of movies after the Wolf of Wall Street. She just became one of the biggest people out there. Everyone wanted to work with her. Yeah.
Yes, the next
Terminal's really,
next
really good.
big person she needs to work with is Nolan.
Yeah, sure. Terminal's really good. She was also in Mary, Queen of Scots. Did really
I,
well and got a lot of accolades for that.
I never fancied that one. It looked a bit too Hollywood.
Well, it's good. It's good. But yes, the best movie she's ever been in is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, followed by Babylon, baby.
Do you just like watching her do weird things?
I do. I think she's so unique and so much fun doing that.
Nice.
But yeah, she's been nominated for 3 Oscars for acting and for Barbie.
She should have got an actress nomination for Barbie.
Yes. She was nominated for supporting role in Bombshell and Best Lead Actress in I, Tonya.
Why wasn't she nominated for Hollywood?
I don't know.
I swear they get it wrong sometimes.
Do you think that she would have beaten out Laura Dern though?
100%.
Interesting. This is a good pick. Didn't even really come up as one of the first ones. As one of the first movie or first actors is from that place, but her biggest movie on Rotten Tomatoes hasn't even come out yet, and it's called My Old Ass. It's 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Aubrey Plaza's in it. Oh my god, that's hilarious. And then her lowest rated is unfortunately one that I really enjoy, Terminal.
I thought you were going to say Amsterdam then.
No, it's not Amsterdam. It's 32%
Right.
over there.
But let's talk about the man of many talents.
Yeah, especially one with some claws.
And the singing voice.
Yes. I mean, I've already talked so much about him when we did the X-Men ranking. He's just so damn good at being Wolverine. He just knows the character front and back, knows what he's doing, and knows how to bring a great character to life every single time that he does it. But of course, he's been in so many other movies, not just these X-Men stuff, which really did catapult. Yeah. Of course, X-Men was sort of our first hello to him. And then, yeah, Swordfish, he also was in Kate and Leopold. Yes. And then did Van Helsing, which had a lot of promise. He was in Scoop, which I enjoyed with, what's her name? The blonde.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes, Scarlett Johansson.
Shame about the problematic director involved in that film.
Yes, exactly.
The Fountain was interesting. I just did not know what was going on.
Yeah. And then, of course, The Prestige. Really good movie.
Flushed Away and Happy Feet are some fantastic voice roles for him.
Back-to-back ones. Australia, huh? Kind of on the nose there.
Interesting.
He also did Les Miserables. Prisoners. I think everyone enjoys Prisoners.
I love Prisoners. One of my favorite movies ever.
Chappie.
Love Chappie.
Love Chappie. He played Blackbeard in Pan, which did not do well, but Eddie the Eagle, beautiful little sweet movie.
That was a sweet movie,
which gave us Edgerton.
Yes, and I think since after The Greatest Showman, I just think he's been trying to chase his Oscar because he's made movies that feel prestigious but are empty, like The Sun.
Yes, The Front Runner. He also tried to do Reminiscence. He tried. Didn't work.
What's
But
Bad Education?
oh yeah, that was a HBO Max movie about a superintendent, school district, and his staff, friends, and relatives become the prime suspects in a public school embezzlement scandal. Uh, there is not one better performance. I mean, you collectively the X-Men, the Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine has to be the best, but man, the Greatest Showman as P.T. Barnum, so good.
He was very good in that.
One of my all-time favies. Best, one of my favorite musical movies ever. So good.
Yes.
So tell me, do you want to go? All right, he was nominated for one Oscar. Do you know what that was for?
Les Miserables.
That's right. And his top movie is 94% in his Bad Education, the HBO movie.
Nice.
And his lowest movie at 5% is movie 43.
Is that the movie where he has balls on his chin?
I think so. I think so.
I wonder how much he was paid to do that.
Hilarious. That is so fun. Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of celebrities were in that movie that, you wouldn't believe are in it. Halle Berry, I think Kate Winslet. Yeah, but born in South Wales, Sydney, Australia.
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess I have a guess on your number one female, but what is your number one male?
So your guess is Kate Blanchett then?
Yes.
Okay, because I want to give my number one male his own introduction, if that's okay. So let's talk
Oh,
about Kate Blanchett first.
all right.
In my opinion, she should have won for Tar.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
despite having a problematic director, she was the main reason why I watched Blue Jasmine, and because of her, how great her performance was, I forgot who directed that movie afterwards.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like a Woody Allen movie.
Exactly.
Normally, there's a sort of a overall feel and theme to these movies,
And the
and
same formulaic beats and plot.
yes, exactly. Yeah. No, she played, I believe, an alcoholic in that movie, right?
Yes. She's played Queen Elizabeth twice.
Mm-hmm.
I think she broke out playing Queen Elizabeth. She's also in The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, I love that movie.
I've been
Yeah.
meaning to watch Carol.
Carol's great. She was in Pushing Tin, uncredited in Eyes Wide Shut. That's interesting. Bandits with Bruce. But yeah, I think she kind of broke out onto the screen with Elizabeth because she did such great. She is so good that she was like nominated. But then I
She should
think
have won.
what really launched her career is Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Oh, and she was also in The Gift.
Yes. The Missing, The Aviator, where she got
Love the
another
Aviator.
Oscar. Babel.
Babel's fun. She's in one of my favorite comedy movies, Hot Fuzz.
Yes.
She's
She played a man in I'm Not There.
she's been in Indiana Jones villain.
Curious Case of Benjamin Button teaming back up with Brad Pitt.
Yes. She's in Ponyo, one Studio Ghibli movie.
Yes.
She's
Robin
phenomenal in
Hood.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Right. Blue Jasmine, of course, got her the Oscar. The Monuments Men, which was a huge flop, but also a huge cast.
Yes. And she's also in Don't Look Up, which is one of my favorite comedy movies of 2021.
She's in Cinderella and Song to Song, which was an interesting movie.
Oh, the Terrence Malick one.
Yes.
Unlike Russell Crowe, she has been in a Thor movie.
Yes, Ragnarok as a sister, right?
Yes, as his evil sister. And she voiced the monkey in Del Toro's Pinocchio just because she wanted to work with him again.
Where'd You Go, Bernadette, based off of the book. Where'd that
Nice.
movie go? And of course, my favorite movie that she's in is Nightmare Alley.
Nice. What was your favourite movie she was in before Nightmare Alley?
Ocean's 8.
You can't like that movie. James Corden's in it.
My favorite. I really do think that she was great as the Queen. I thought did such a good job. I like Carol a lot, but yeah, it's got to be
I will say
Nightmare
I
Alley.
prefer Elizabeth the Golden Age to Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm
Now,
more interested in that part of history, if you get what I mean.
yeah, she's from Melbourne, Australia. Right now, she's on that TV show Borderlands.
It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Wait, what? Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, it's a movie.
What's the video game that's out on
Fallout.
oh Fallout. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same thing to me. All right. Her number one movie on Rotten Tomatoes is called Journey to the South Pacific, and it's a documentary.
Not Tar. Tar was almost perfect.
Yeah, and her lowest at 31% is The Monuments Men. Tar got 91%. Del Toro's Pinocchio got 96, so that's even bigger. Thor Ragnarok's at 93. Yeah, documentaries for some reason are getting these 100%. Yeah, and it's only 40 minutes, so that's not even a full-length feature. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, prolific career, one of our tops out there, and she's definitely one of the best and greatest Australian actors out there. But yeah, she won her 2 Oscars, one for Blue Jasmine and the other for The Aviator.
Should have won for Tar as well.
Who beat her?
Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere.
Aha, yes. She was also nominated for Carol, for actress in the lead, for Tar, actress in the lead, Elizabeth the Golden Age for actress in the lead, I'm Not There for actress in supporting role. She was nominated for Notes on a Scandal for supporting role, and then nominated in 1999 for Best Actress in the Lead for Elizabeth.
Nice.
She's got a lot of noms there.
She does.
8 nominations.
Right.
All right. Hit us with that number one Australian actor.
Right. So my favourite male is the man, the myth, the legend. He had a very short career. He died quite young, but he has these amazing, phenomenal performances that truly bring his legacy to life. He is known for his roles in, like you said, The Patriot. He's also in Monsters Ball, but it's his leading roles and one movie I love that make him stand out. 10 Things I Hate About You, A Knight's Tale, Brokeback Mountain, and The Dark Knight. My favourite male actor from Australia, Heath Ledger.
This is a good pick.
I just imagine what career he would have if he didn't accidentally overdose from prescription drugs.
Born in Perth. Yes. 10 Things I Hate About You is fantastic. It is one of the best sort of rom-coms, best teenage movies, high school movies. I mean, just really, really well done overall. But yes, what more do you want to say about Mr. Heath Ledger?
He was just so iconic. Like he had that presence that, and the roles he picked were roles you couldn't see any other actor playing but him. Who else could play the lead opposite Jake Gyllenhaal in Brokeback Mountain? Who else could have played the Joker in The Dark Knight? Who else could have played Patrick in 10 Things I Hate About You? Who could have been the main guy of A Knight's Tale? I'm assuming his role in The Patriot is irreplaceable as well.
Mhm. Yeah, he's one that I've seen probably all of his filmography. Yeah, I haven't seen. I'm not there, but yeah, he has been a huge staple in the movie sort of oeuvre for a very long time, and he hasn't even been around for a long time.
Yes, and his last movie is a great movie to just, enjoy the wild ride, the
The
Imaginarium.
Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus,
Yes,
yes.
and I happily praise Johnny, Jude, and Colin for filling in to help with this movie.
What a cool idea. I mean, it's really unique, and I like that instead of shelving it, they still put it out, you know.
I'm pretty sure he would have wanted the movie to be released. That's the way you got to look at it.
Mm-hmm. He was also in The Four Feathers, Ned Kelly, The Order, Lords of Dogtown, which is great, Brothers Grimm, Casanova, Candy, and then, yes, I'm Not There, The Dark Knight, and The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus were his last movies.
Yeah,
It would, yeah, you know what I think would happen is that he'd be taken away from us and be put in those Marvel movies.
he probably would have been. Yeah,
Maybe maybe like Thor. He could have been a Thor before. Or do you think he would have been a villain?
I don't know. I feel like wanting to play the villain, you want to play a hero, and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And
I bet
obviously,
we would have lost him to the Marvel franchise.
yeah.
But yeah. 10% is his lowest rated movie, and that's The Order. And his top highest rated movie is The Dark Knight at 94%.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. All right. Well, we
Always
all
want
know
to
my.
see,
Oh,
I've always wanted to
what?
see Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, it's fun. Matt Damon. Who doesn't love Matt Damon?
Exactly.
All right. Well, we all know my number one.
My
You
my
mentioned
number
you
three.
mentioned her first, so why don't we talk about it? Why don't you kick us off? My number one, the very very talented, the always kills it in everything that she does. The very beautiful, huge historied career, Nicole Kidman. My number one.
She is a fantastic actress. She's also
Born born in Hawaii, but is Australian.
yes, yes. I'm guessing she must have broke out with this movie Cody's recommended me called Dead Calm.
Uh huh.
But I'm guessing her big break was Days of Thunder, which is Top Gun with NASCAR.
Oh yeah, I love Days of Thunder, and she is smoking hot in that movie.
I'm just going to run through all the films I've seen her in and thought
Yeah,
great. But okay, I know she's just eye candy in Batman Forever, but she's fine. She does her
yeah,
job.
absolutely.
Portrait of a Lady was an interesting movie.
Uh-huh.
Eyes Wide Shut is obviously Stanley Kubrick, so I'm glad that she got to work with him before he passed. Moulin Rouge, fantastic. Need to see the others. The Hours is phenomenal. Gold Mountain's beautiful. I need to see Birth. Happy Feet's great. Bewitched was a bit of a weird one, but hey ho. Stroker was a bit weird. I love her in Paddington. Lion is fantastic. Killing of a Sacred Deer, she's phenomenal. The Beguiled, she was fine. Of course, modern audiences might know her as Aquaman's mum. She was also in The Prom, which was very good. I wasn't big on being the Ricardos, but I did love The Northman. And she's expanded her work into television.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is always working, which is great.
And she does an advert for cinema chains, if I'm corrected.
Have you seen this?
What, the advert?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've seen the whole thing, but I know she does them.
So we have to watch that every time before a movie at AMC. Every single time. Insane.
Oh,
A
she was
lot of people,
also in the Golden Compass.
yes. A lot of people know her and like her from Practical Magic. Of course, the best movie she's ever been in, Moulin Rouge. Birthday Girl is really interesting. Of course, The Hours, Meryl Streep. I mean, can't get better than that. Dogville. I really, really enjoyed Dogville.
Yeah,
Dogville is
I've
almost
always
like
wanted to watch that. So it looks like a play, but a movie.
yes, and it's the most unique styling of movie I've ever seen and have not seen since. Stepford Wives, which was weird. Birth, you got Birth is amazing. She is so good. The movie
It's
itself is
by
just great.
Jonathan Glazer.
Yeah, Australia.
Yep.
Now that it has its TV show, um, Faraway Downs. Uh, she, I really like the Paperboy with Zac Efron. She was in.
Oh,
She tried.
nine was an okay movie.
She tried to get back into the musical world with Nine. Just Go With It. She did a little comedy bit in there, which was pretty good.
I remember that's one of his better movies, Adam Sandler.
Not bad. Lion, yes. Killing of Sacred Deer, yes. The Beguiled, yes.
Did
Destroyer.
you see Stoker, that weird one she did with Park Chan Woo?
No, I have not.
It's one of his weaker movies.
Interesting. Destroyer, I think she did a really good job in it. The movie itself is a little bit Bombshell, yes. I did not, or The Prom, she's fine. Being the
Meryl Streep
Ricardos,
was better, I'd say.
yes. Being the Ricardos is Lucille Ball. She definitely took all she could and made that character her own.
I was worried at first she was going to win her second Oscar for that, but I'm glad Chastain won.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Jessica Chastain is unbelievable in Tammy Faye. And then, yes, in the Aquaman and Aquaman Lost Kingdom.
And the Northman.
Yes, you mentioned that. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
Rabbit Hole, pretty damn good. Cold Mountain. Yeah, I'm a big fan. She's one of my all-time faves. She's just a great actress. Again, always working, and just has that one Oscar, however, but has been nominated for sure a bunch of times. She's been nominated a bunch of times.
The Hours is a good win for her.
Yeah, she was nominated for Being the Ricardos for lead, Lion for supporting, Rabbit Hole
I
for
mean, my
lead.
favorite in The Hours is Ed Harris, but she's the best out of the winning.
Yes. And then she was also nominated for Moulin Rouge and The Hours. Best movie, Moulin Rouge. Over on.
Lion also stars one of my honorable mentions, David Wenham.
Oh, nice. Grace of Monaco is her least, is her 9% over on Rotten Tomatoes. But in the
That
same,
sounds like award bait from the name.
yeah, and I think it was a straight to HBO sort of movie as well. And then same year, so she was the worst rated and the best rated in the same year. 97%. What is it, Rob?
Is it Paddington?
It's Paddington. That's right.
Yeah, I wonder if she finally finished the community service at the end.
Okay, so since we were a little bit all over the place, why don't you run down your 5-1?
Yeah, so at
Australian
5 I
actors.
had Hugo Weaving and Miranda Otto.
Mm-hmm. Number
And
4.
at 4 I had Chris Hemsworth and Toni Collette. At 3 I had Russell Crowe and Nicole Kidman. 2 I had Hugh Jackman and Margot Robbie. And my favourite male actor from Australia is Heath Ledger, and my favourite lady is Kate Blanchett.
Yeah. So this is one of the reasons why I also wanted to do men and women instead of just men, is because I knew that we would just have crossover. And we had a lot of crossover. My number 5 was Kate Blanchett. Number 4, tying with Rob, is Toni Collette. Number 3 is Mel Gibson. Also tying at number 2 with Hugh Jackman. And number 1, Nicole Kidman.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes. And Eric Bana was also an honourable mention. I nearly had him in the list.
Yes.
Guilty pleasure, I do find Rebel Wilson quite entertaining.
Yes. Cool. Any movie recommendation?
Yes, now I finally have seen it. I can recommend it to the world. Godzilla -1.
Yeah, I agree. You should see Godzilla -1. Very, very good.
Yes.
They also have it Godzilla -1 minus color, where they put it in black and white.
Yeah, I'm not big on when they black and white movies that are in color. Saying when they colorize films that are in black and white, the style's the style.
Yeah, like Nightmare Alley, they did the same thing, and I just couldn't bring myself to see the.
Yeah, if they ever colorize Belfast, no.
Yeah, that movie was meant to be in black and white.
Exactly.
Sweet. Yeah, I agree. Go check out Godzilla -1. It is a great film. Just really, really well done, and Academy Award winner.
Yes, one best visual effects.
Yes. I want to recommend this movie, but I haven't finished it yet. I've just enjoyed what I've seen of it. It's a little movie. It's the boy who played Steven Spielberg's character in The Fabelmans. He is the lead, one of the leads. He co-leads in this movie called Snack Shack, and I'm having a blast with it. It's a summer movie.
Gabriel LaBelle?
Yeah.
Nice.
They bought a snack shack at a pool and also made their own beer. And so they're trying to sell that at the snack shack. But I haven't finished it, so I don't know if it's great or not. But I will tell you this, and what is great, and I really, really enjoyed it. And of course, nobody is more bae than Zendaya. You gotta see Challengers.
Yes,
Josh
my
O'Connor,
favorite
Mike
film of the year
Feist.
so far.
Absolutely. I mean, there's only 2. There's only 2 movies that are even in my top anything, and it's Challengers and Dune 2. So, 2024 needs to step it up.
Yeah, they do, because I've only seen a couple of movies I would consider 5 stars.
Yeah. But yeah, Challengers is great. She's a former tennis player who's now a coach, and 2 boys fight for her love, and it is hot. It's sexy. It's fun. It knows exactly what it is. It makes fun of itself throughout, and the camera angles and visuals are very well done, because
And don't forget Trent and Atticus Ross's score. That sounds like the most 9-inch nails they have made a score.
Yep, and it was rocking. It was like 70s techno.
Yeah, which is practically
very good.
their sound for 9-inch
Right.
nails.
Yes. I don't think it's going to beat The Fall Guy this week, but it was number 1 at the box office, and Luca Guadagnino, one of his best movies at the box office
He's
ever.
a talented director. I like some of his work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bones and All is effing weird, but
could you imagine it, instead of Josh and Mike, it was Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet? That would probably be the biggest movie in the world.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think it would have worked as much. I don't think I would have liked it as much. I like the other 2 guys.
No, I love Josh O'Connor as he plays Prince Charles, well, now King Charles in The Crown.
Yep, and Mike Feist was in West Side Story.
Yes, he was my favourite performance of that movie.
Nice. All right. Well, there you have it. Who are your favorite Australian actors? You let us know down there in the comments. Like and subscribe. Let us know what kind of categories you want us to be talking about. Yeah, this has been a great episode. Thanks for having me, Rob. Check me out at Worth the View Movies and all the things. And Rob and I just talked about Leave the World Behind with one of my favorite actresses ever, Julia Roberts.
Just
Also,
before I end the show, I wanted to do a little fun fact for you all. So I did some research, and I found out that the writer of Challenges, Justin Kurfitz, I can't pronounce his last name, but his wife is Celine Song, who wrote and directed Past Lives. So he is probably the husband character.
huh. Yeah, written by Justin Kuretsky's.
Correctsies.
Kuretsky's. Oh, interesting.
Yes, I have a feeling he's the guy.
Which guy?
The guy she's married to.
Oh, this is based off a true story?
I think so, yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right. Well, there you have it.
Yes.
Great episode.
Thank you all for watching this. I'm going to try and do more videos with Justin in the future, just he's been such a busy bee recently.
Yes. Still am busy, but needed to fit in some time to talk to my buddy.
Yes, exactly. And we still keep in touch on Facebook, talk about what movies we've seen and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We're still friends via messaging, talking to each other constantly.
Yeah, so don't worry, we're not going to fall out anytime soon.
No, never. You're never getting rid of me.
Same here. I'm gonna pester you about films, and even I'll probably haunt you from the grave.
Yeah, this has been a weak year for me for sure. Here, I'll even.
Yeah.
I've seen 54 new movies to my eyes this year, and that's not a lot.
Yeah, I have
And
seen some of my least favorite. There was just one I watched called Upgrade with Camila Mendes and Marissa Tomei, and I was just thinking, why are you guys in this bad movie?
yeah, and 17 of them are 2024 movies, so that's not a lot. And yeah, if you're gonna see any movie called Upgrade, you got to see the best movie
Oh no, it was
ever.
called Upgraded. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to recommend it to you because it will be a waste of your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Rebel Moon Part 2 is bad as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Yeah. But I watched Madam Web, and that is definitely the worst film of the year so far.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it, but it's bad.
Very bad.
Yeah, it's because it's like, why not? You have these three girls who are already like in suits and doing stuff. Like, just give us more action and show us that stuff.
Exactly.
Don't know why they didn't. All right, pal. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for doing this, and we'll do this again soon.
Yes, we will do this again soon. As soon as I can, as soon as we find a day we're both free, we'll think of a brand new episode to do.
Sounds good, buddy.
Sweet.
Enjoy the night.
Thank
Everyone
you.
out there, may the force be with you.
May the force be with you.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, Cinco de Mayo for tomorrow.
Yes.
And thank you all for watching, and thank you, Justin, for taking part in this episode. We'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.